today on 2+U Nevada. Get that body moving as we look toward the new year and resolutions or just creating health goals. A look at low impact, high result options.
While it is, for the majority of us, a time of joy and celebration, for some of us, most of us, it can be really difficult.
And mental health around the holidays. It's a topic to bring out into the open. What services the National Alliance on Mental Illness provides locals.
A lot of people suffer in silence.
Plus, we revisit a very important discussion with Reno Mayor Hillary Schieve, who puts a very prominent face to how difficult this holiday season can be for others. Just know you aren't alone. You're watching 2+U Nevada. Thank you for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. I'm Sarah Johns, your host. As Christmas nears, we wanted to take a focus on health today, both physical and mental. It's an important discussion, as I personally have friends in my circle who are having a hard time around the holidays. I've seen childhood friends on social media face the ultimate loss this month due to depression. And studies show a significant spike in deaths, particularly from heart-related issues during Christmas and New Year's. The holiday effect, as it's called, is driven by increased stress, poor diet and alcohol, delaying medical care, and more. This show isn't a downer. In fact, we do have a lot of fun on it. It's just a reminder that we have to be cognizant and vigilant this season. Don't go anywhere. We are thrilled to have you joining us today for 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I am so excited to have Angie Fraley back in studio with us today. Of course, managing partner of YogaPod. Today, you're not bending me and stretching me and everything, right? But we are talking about going into the holidays. First of all, if you're looking for a holiday gift, great options. Secondly, after all the holiday eating, you're probably looking for getting fit after the holidays. So let's just talk some yoga, okay?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I absolutely love YogaPod's business philosophy that, you know what, we don't want to just give you one free class. We want to give you a free week just to try us out, and explain that.
So we think it's a little bit unfair to judge yoga based on one class, because what if it's not the class for you? What if you don't really like the structure of that one, or maybe it's too gentle for you, or maybe it's too fitness-based, meaning too high intensity for you. So we want to give you a week so that you can try out many different classes as well as many different teachers.
And then, okay, so there's a lot to unpack with that sentence, because people may think of yoga as just one thing, but you just stated that there are multiple different types of yoga classes.
Right.
You said maybe one's too gentle and you want more cardio involved, or maybe you want more strength training. So go into the kinds of yoga classes that you have.
Great question. So we have yoga that is gentle, like yin. And you and I did that last time we were together, where we put you in postures supported with bolsters and props, where you got to relax and kind of give way to gravity.
Thank you for going easy on me.
And then we have ones that are more standing, that you hold postures for some time. And then we also have classes where you're moving quickly through postures, which adds a different element to it and sometimes gets the heart rate up. And oftentimes gets the heart rate up. And then we have classes where you add in the sit, and that adds another layer and a different type of yoga, to where now you are holding poses and building strength. You are also increasing your flexibility, but you are sweating profusely and your heart rate is up. And so we just want to make sure that you find the right fit, the one that works for you, the one that feels like, oh, I can't wait to go to yoga, rather than having yoga be a chore or something you feel like you have to do.
And then come the end of January, you have something called yoga teacher training. Now, you don't have to want to become a teacher to do yoga teacher training.
That is correct. There are many people that take a yoga teacher training that have zero interest in teaching yoga. And that's really because they want to just learn more about their own bodies, their own way their body moves within posture, as well as the other unseen parts of yoga that don't get displayed as much as that physical aspect. And it's really about the beginnings of yoga, which is moral and ethical ways of living that really lead you closer to peace. So just learning how to manage your stress through yoga and what that looks like is so valuable, especially today.
Right. And so if someone's considering giving the gift of membership, what does that look like? So beyond that first testing week, like where people are trying you out, then there's membership. So what does that look like?
So a membership, you can always do your first month for $40. So anybody can do that at any time. And that's where you really get to see how many times you're coming to yoga. And does a membership make sense for you? If you're coming to yoga one time a week, we're going to gear you towards a 10-class pass. And that is just a more economical, affordable option. So if you were to come into our studio for one visit, it's going to be a $25 drop-in fee. If you purchase a 10-class pass, it's going to be $200. So it's going to take that $25 fee down to $20.
Okay.
And then we even have a 20-class pass for $380. So that's going to take the money down. And again, that's the best if you're coming to yoga one time a week or less. If you're coming to yoga 2 times a week or more, a membership is going to be more economical for you. It's $129 per month, unlimited, as many classes as you want to take.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And what I love too is that you also have discounted rates, it should be said, for seniors and veterans, right?
Seniors, veterans, students, teachers, and healthcare providers.
I love that. And you know, yoga is something that I've been telling my parents that I really want them to get into just for balance, right? Like this is truly a gift of health if we're going there, right? Then I should be giving the gift to myself too. But I really want my parents to be focusing on balance and that gentle strength.
Yes. And it's necessary because if you think of all the times during the day where you need to bend over to pick something up
100%.
or to go up on the tiptoes to reach something in the top shelf, it's just necessary for longevity.
Yeah. And then come February, so after everybody's gotten their holiday food in, right? And then in January, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to do something. February, you have a challenge. So what's that?
So it's so exciting. We do a challenge every year for our students, and we've done it since we opened 9 years ago. And it's just a way to keep our students motivated. So it used to be that it was like, come and take a certain amount of classes in the month and earn a free t-shirt or a tank top. And now we discovered last year that we did this teacher challenge where instead of days, it's a challenge to see how many classes you can take with different instructors.
Oh, cool.
We employ 30 different instructors. And so if you take 14 different instructors, you'll earn a t-shirt. And so I've got some examples. These are just ones from years past. So here's one. It's just a Yoga Pod Reno tank top, which is really, really fun. They're normally bright colors.
Because I just love the self-love part of it, right?
And that's, because it's February, right?
Oh, cute.
And this one was, at this point, that was in 2018, and it was 18 classes out of 28 days.
Okay.
And now it's, can you take 14 different instructors out of 30 instructors?
And I just love the look of this.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, I love
And here's the deal. There are people that have done this challenge with us year after year, and now they're like, I'm getting the shirt.
It's almost like their collector's item.
And
forget the Trader Joe's little bags, right?
We're going for the
Yoga Pod shirt.
Exactly. And then the really fun thing is if you take classes from all of our instructors, 30 different instructors, that's a lot. If you do that, you're entered into a drawing for a free year of yoga.
Oh my gosh.
A year.
All right. Well, here you go. This is the way to do it. Angie, thank you so much. Where can people go to find out more or to sign up?
So go to yogapodreno.com. That would be the best place. It's got the list of our pricing. It has our classes listed on there. You can take a look at the times. You can always call our studio. We're happy to give you the information over the phone and even get you signed up.
Okay. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
My pleasure as always. Thank you.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You You are watching 2+U Nevada, and joining us again this afternoon, Jeff Knutson, the dryer vent wizard. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Sarah.
You always bring us the weirdest show and tell, and I mean that with love.
Yeah, dryer vents are a little more complicated than people think they are.
I cannot get over some of the fun things that you brought that you have found inside dryer vents. So I just have to show this to you because this one, I mean, this just beats all. Look at this. How long do you think this toy was inside this dryer vent?
Oh, gosh, 40, 50 years.
It is a
probably.
metal car, totally rusted out, and you found this recently. So, I mean, this had to be in there quite a long time. Super interesting. So, yeah, there are so many things that you can find in a dryer vent. Even these do-it-yourself cleaners, right?
Correct, yes. We do find those all the time. Those are the do-it-yourself kits that you can buy at, the hardware store. The problem is that people torque them up too high. They break off, they come apart.
Oh, yeah.
And, my husband tried to clean it, brush is stuck. Can you come take it out?
And moms can relate. Kids' toys, golf tees, money. I say any money that I find, I keep. So, there's that. So thank you for bringing that. But I also am very interested in some of the things that are still for sale at hardware stores for DIYers or even some construction teams to put on the exterior of a home that don't meet code. So let's talk about that too.
All right, so the first thing is that this is the most common termination cover that they have. And we call this the builder special, and because they're fairly cheap, but they no longer really meet the code. They don't have as many square inches, 12.5 square inches of exit space. And the other problem with these here is they just have a little aluminum flapper right here that gets caught up with lint, and then it doesn't close anymore. So the rodents can get their little noses in there, lift it up and slap inside.
Okay.
And better options, of course, are this metal, no pest cover, and then this one here, which has the double.
The double door.
We sell a lot of these up in Tahoe because of the crazy squirrels up there.
Oh, yes.
But they don't work in teams. They don't have thumbs. They can't open it and let the other guy go in.
Right.
And so this one closes first, and then this one closes. These are really nice.
Well, especially now, even in the Truckee Meadows and in the Valley, with what we're hearing about rat infestations, and you're getting all these rodents, right? The critters that we're like, oh, where did those come from? So knowing that so you can get this dryer wall vent from you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's this nice heavy metal one. I like that.
That's nice.
This one is a plastic one, but it has the double door, so that also makes it nice too.
Right.
So let's talk about.
And this is really our basic one.
Okay.
And a lot of times, if you're not having problems with the pests and stuff, these are fine.
Okay. So this also I thought was so interesting when you were telling me that people use like these bird guards. Yes. I didn't even know that. So
Yes. So they actually say they're actually on the box that says they're for dryer vents. The thing is that by code, international code, you can't put a screen on a dryer vent because it plugs up. It plugs up with lint. Where are you going? There we go.
Yeah, here, I'll help you out. Okay. We'll bring it down here.
So it plugs up with lint and blocks the airflow. So it's actually against code to use these here. These ones here, you see them all the time. They have to be cleaned on a very, very regular basis. But again, they are not code, no screens.
Yeah, no. So
these are great for like bath fans and stuff. Keep the birds out.
So you said something before we even did this interview that I did not know, and I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know it, but we at home are supposed to be actually cleaning our lint catcher?
Yes, the lint screen. So you usually either have it on the top where it kind of looks like a little banana looking thing, pulls out. Yep. And then the other one is in the door. You got to make sure those are kept clean. And if you like to use dryer sheets, they'll leave a little film on there that'll actually build up over a period of time and block airflow. If you're not cleaning that screen on a regular basis, you can get something like this.
A nice little piece of bread there.
Yeah, this was actually pulled out of one of those top lint screens.
Oh my gosh. So, that is crazy. And then actually washing and cleaning those lint screens, you were telling me if you haven't done it in a while, take it to your sink, put some water on it, and the water will just stay on the top. And that's due to whatever the ingredient is in those dryer sheets.
Dryer sheets and just leftover soap and dirt and stuff, it just builds up. So about every 3 months or so is what we generally recommend, is you take that screen out, just take it to the sink, put some Dawn dish soap on there, scrub it with a brush, dry it off, put it back in. You'll be amazed the difference.
Well, I can't thank you enough for the education that you give us when it comes to laundry, because Lord knows we do so much of it. So thank you very much. And again, it's a safety measure to have Jeff come out to your house and actually clean out all the tubes of your dryer vent. So where do people go?
So they can book an appointment online at dryerventwizard.com, or we have a scheduling center at 866-498-7233.
Jeff, thank you so much for coming. You always have the best show and tell. I mean, this car, I cannot get over.
That was funny.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I'm so excited to have Carrie Brown back joining us from Options Veterinary Care. You're the clinic manager. Carrie, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
You know, I absolutely love what you do. And if you don't remember from our last segment, explain to people what Options Veterinary Care offers in our community.
Yeah, we're Northern Nevada's first and only nonprofit vet clinic. We provide affordable, low-cost veterinary care to anyone in need. The majority of our clients are seniors who are on Social Security or other limited incomes, and we really rely on donors to help us help them. And this allows us to provide necessary vet care for these animals who would otherwise have to go without.
And you just celebrated a huge anniversary.
We did 5 years. Each year, I'm so excited today. We've been able to help over 8,000 animals in our community each year that we've been open.
You know, that's so fantastic. And with your business model, being able to help those who would otherwise maybe choose to not eat in order to pay for their animal to get the care that they need, or have to adopt out their animal because they can't afford some care. You know, there are so many things. I was going to say there are so many options now. Now the options is here in our community.
Yes. You know, I hear sad stories every single day from our clients about how much their animals mean to them and how much these animals are part of their lives. They're their family members. They're their emotional support. And when they get sick, they not only worry about their animal, but worry about how they're going to afford the veterinary cost. And thanks to donors, we're able to provide the necessary care to keep their pets healthy and with the people who love them.
And nothing speaks better to the donors out there, anyone who wants to give to Options, than a success story. And you've got some great success stories too.
There are tons of them. People can check out our website. We love posting our happy stories on Facebook, and so you can check us out there. But two of my favorite, more recent stories are this sweet lady, Theodora. She's a senior. She unfortunately experienced recent homelessness, and she had her cats with her. One of her cats developed an upper respiratory infection, so a kitty cold, but was not feeling well. And fortunately, someone told her about Options, and she came into us. We were able to treat her pet and get it the medication it needed to get it feeling better. And that's all thanks to donors. Transportation was an issue for Theodora, but she managed to make it back for a recheck, and her cat Boy Boy is doing great.
See, I love that. I love that. And then we just recently had Giving Tuesday, of course, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Yes. And you had a match program, right?
We did, yes. And again, that was hugely successful. We're really grateful for all of our donors that allow us to keep helping people and pets. And another animal that funds like that really helped us help was Angel. Angel is this beautiful husky. She's full of love and now full of energy, but her owner, Billy, he's a senior who's got some disabilities, and he got very concerned when Angel stopped eating. She became more lethargic, didn't have a lot of energy. We got her in and we diagnosed her with pyometra, which is a potentially fatal uterine infection. Thanks to our surgeons, we were able to get her in for surgery right away, and she is doing great and is still the love of Billy's life. So
That's fantastic. Well, during your Giving Tuesday drive, I hear you exceeded your goal.
we did, yes. I believe it was almost $10,000 that we were able to raise over the course of our Giving Tuesday drive. That's going to go and help hundreds of people and their pets. So we're so grateful. But we still need donations to keep our doors open, to keep helping the people in our community who love their pets and are just struggling to afford their veterinary care.
And I want to put up on the screen how people can donate, but you also have a physical location. And I know because since you're on the way to work, I have dropped off like old prescription bottles, right? Or old towels. So what kind of, if people don't have the funds, what kind of physical donations do you also take?
Yes, so we rely on in-kind donations as well as monetary ones. We use anything that helps us save a little bit of money. So things like gently used towels, gently used pet carriers can help a lot of our clients who don't have those sort of things. Any sort of pet supplies. We've got a lovely little supply closet where people can come and get additional pet food or clothing for their pets or leashes, so that sort of thing. But we can also use basic office supplies, paper towels, Dawn dish soap, anything like that. It makes a small difference, and even small donations of even $2 can help someone afford a vaccine at our clinic.
Thank you so much for joining us. Again, the website for people to donate.
It's www.optionsveterinarycare.org.
And your address?
We're located at 4690 Longley Lane in Suite 1.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and joining us this afternoon, Reno Mayor Hillary Schieve. And my friend, thank you so much for being here this afternoon.
Well, thank you for having me, Sarah. It's always nice to be with you.
It's so good to see you. And we are talking the holiday Christmas tree lighting because the city of Reno is having that big event on Friday.
Yes, it's one of my most favorite time of the year, I think, because the community really comes together. They celebrate, people are excited, they're happy. So we're really encouraging people to come out. It's this Friday at 7 p.m. We will have Christmas caroling, hot cocoa. We also have a lot of vendors outside. It's just a really nice time for the community to come together. I think now more than ever, a lot of people are suffering with isolation and loneliness. We know that by the data, especially our seniors. So we really want to have people come out and join us and be part of the community.
And again, is this at the Believe Plaza?
Yes, every year we do it at the Believe Plaza. And this year I am keeping my fingers double crossed because last year when I tried to light it, it didn't go so well. So this year,
I don't need to remember that.
Right. But this year, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And I always have children come up and help me, kick it off. But it was unfortunate when we went to hit the button and nothing lit up.
All right.
So we changed that this year.
But what's great about events like this and what's great about these December holidays and getting people together is it doesn't matter who you are, what you believe, who you love, what side of the red, blue, purple, we all come together for the spirit of the holiday, right?
Absolutely. I just think it's an important time to be with family and friends. We need to be reminded what we're grateful for. But it is one of those times, I think, that people do feel anxiety and depression. We forget to talk about that a lot of the time. I think, you know, a lot of people suffer in silence. And so this is really that one time of year that I really encourage our community to come out and celebrate with each other. And that's the other cool thing, is you actually meet a lot of people. And we just encourage people to sing and, you know, hold hands and just be one with the community.
I'm so glad you brought that up though too, because I mean, you even come here with experience of how hard the holidays can be for families, especially when there's a loved one who's not celebrating with you.
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, and I hate to admit this, I'm a total Grinch now. I think there are people that can relate to that. The holidays are really, really hard for me because whenever I look around our table, you know, we have 3 place settings that are missing. And I think a lot of families experience that during the holidays. It's supposed to be such a time of joy, but we have to really remember that people are struggling. And so I want you to reach out to, you know, friends and family and loved ones, check in on them. We have resources. We have 988. If you are in a crisis, call them immediately. That is really helpful. But one of the tools that we now have in the community that I think are really a game changer is the Crisis Center. We worked on the Crisis Center for 7 years. It's open 24/7, no questions asked. You can go there at any time. And it's really important because typically the way that you would usually need to seek help is through the emergency room. And as you know, that can take a long time. And also I always say in our ERs, that's where they fix broken bones, not broken brains. And so it's really specialized and really needed. And so I'm really grateful that we have it now. And it just opened up 2 weeks ago. It's not at Renown, it's on a side campus. And so
we have the contact info there on your screen, because like you say, it is so important. The phone number's on your screen, the address is on your screen 24/7. And Hillary, I mean, I hope you don't mind me saying this, I just saw it in the hall when you were hugging a coworker and a deep, longtime friend of yours. You never know when grief is going to hit. You never know when that feeling of loss will just come upon you and take you over. I mean, I heard somewhere grief is a terminal illness. You know, like it does not go away.
You're exactly right. I thought I would be okay coming here today, and for people that probably are watching and don't know, my sister passed away from cancer, and someone who was very special in my life and in her life, he happens to work here. And whenever I saw him, it brought back so many memories and how much he loved her and cared for her. And I was just so incredibly grateful. But I think you're right. Grief hits at the strangest of times, and also when we least expect it. And I always say you never move on, you just move forward. And so it's a process. And I think we all experience it at some time in our lives in different ways. But it's important to especially acknowledge it during the holidays.
Yes.
Because people really struggle when they, like I said, for me, when I look around our table, and honestly, you know, I don't celebrate anymore. I try to do other things in the community that fill me and be a part of their family. And so, you know, I look around the table, and when you're missing those place settings, it just sort of hits you. And so I really am stressing and reminding people to reach out to loved ones. And especially, I know family, at this time of year too, can be difficult and challenging. You know, we all hear the stories. Right? We hear the stories about family or, you know, mother-in-laws or whatever they are, right? So you tend to have even a little bit more dynamics, so they can be a little bit more challenging.
Well, I can't thank you enough for being here and being so open about how the holidays can be hard for some people at times, but that's why we come together as a community. That's why we celebrate together as one, and the Christmas tree lighting is this Friday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Please come out, everyone. We hope to see you there.
You're watching 2+ Nevada.
Watching 2+ Nevada, and I'm so excited to have America Davis joining us again this afternoon from NAMI. what is it? NAMI, National Alliance
On mental illness.
on Mental Illness. Thank you very much. And we're here to talk about mental health around the holidays. And it is a topic that I think is so important to bring up. And that's because the holidays can be so stressful and they can be emotional, especially if you don't have somebody that you're celebrating the holidays with, if they have left us, or if you're just not with your family this holiday.
Absolutely. And you really hit the nail on the head there. In a study in 2023, the American Psychological Association did a survey and found that 90% of adults have experiencing feelings of depression or anxiety or sadness or loneliness around the holiday season. So while it is, for the majority of us, a time of joy and celebration, for some of us, most of us, it can be really difficult. And especially for those of us with mental health conditions. NAMI found that 3 in 5 individuals with mental health conditions do feel that their symptoms are exacerbated around the holiday time. So, it can be great, but could also be a little bit difficult for a lot of us. But we have some tips for you. So,
okay, we'll get into those tips. But I feel like there is such a need for mental health awareness around the holidays too, because there's this expectation around the holidays, an expectation that you're supposed to be happy, an expectation of what the holidays are supposed to look like. We put expectations on ourselves about how good we are with decorating or getting the gifts or going to all the things, So really and truly, we've got to let go of the expectations as well.
exactly. And one of our suggestions is to let go of perfection. Sometimes our celebrations might look a little bit different than last year or years before, but it doesn't mean they're not, fun celebrations and things we can really be proud of. And when it comes to how we're feeling around the holidays, one of our biggest suggestions is to accept and acknowledge those feelings. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be, anxious maybe about your financial situation. It's okay to be excited for certain family traditions, but maybe a little bit less excited for others. When we acknowledge those feelings and we give them space, what we're really doing is we're honoring that part of ourselves. And when we don't, and we try to press those feelings down, that is really, can be really harmful to our mental health. So we really encourage folks to just, acknowledge, hey, I'm not so excited about this, or I am really excited about that.
And one of the tips that I absolutely love that you said is it's okay to say no.
Absolutely. Establishing boundaries around the holiday time can feel a little bit intimidating and scary for some, but it's really, really great to protect your peace around the holidays. Make a list, check it twice, see all the things that you have to do around the holidays. And if maybe an event just doesn't speak to you, or maybe it's stressing you out, check it off the list. Accept help when folks offer it.
That's a huge one.
Absolutely, especially as women and moms. We like to host, we like to be great, we like to try to do everything. But if maybe you have an older kid who can do some Christmas shopping for their younger siblings, go ahead and have them be involved. Maybe it's, instead of your cooking every single thing, have folks bring a dish with you. Accept help, ask for it, because when we do that, we're giving folks permission to do the same.
Right. And us moms, we need to also be able to be ourselves around the holidays, because our kids will remember how we acted and how we reacted around the holidays.
Absolutely. And if you're so stressed about all the things that you have to do, it's going to really cloud your memories of the time. And, your kids can really pick up on that. So the more that you can say, hey, listen, this maybe not be in my capacity to do this year. I'm going to focus on these few things that really are important to me and important to our family. I'm sure that's going to make for a better holiday season all around.
100%. Well, what can people do if they need assistance, if they're feeling like their crisis is starting?
Absolutely. So we, encourage you to lean on your support system. Voice those feelings. Tell those family members, hey, you know what? I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling a little bit depressed. When you're voicing those feelings, you're giving the people around you permission to do that for themselves as well, which is great. Talk to some folks. We have a great resource, the Nevada Warm Line. That's 775-241-4212. You can call at any time and be connected with a peer support specialist who will talk about those feelings with you, who can kind of give you that support. And if you are, maybe in a crisis or you're really, really upset, we work very closely with Crisis Services of Nevada, 988. That's always an option for you as well if things get really, really difficult. But again, take care of yourself. Take that time. Ask for help when you need it.
I absolutely love that you came here and that you're bringing that up. And Just so everybody knows as well, outside of the holidays, NAMI's always here. So quickly just tell people what NAMI provides.
So NAMI's focus is providing support to people with mental health conditions. And the biggest way that we do that is we offer support groups for people with mental health conditions and for their families.
And if somebody needs that help, if somebody needs that support, where do they go and how do they get it?
Absolutely. They can go to our website, naminorthernnevada.org. And you can find more information about our support groups. They're offered in person and virtually. And we're actually asking right now for some community feedback because we want to make sure our programs reflect the needs of the community. We're doing a community needs assessment. We're asking folks to answer a couple of questions just about what they would like to see. Maybe some more neurodivergent programming for people with ADHD, maybe some more support for moms, postpartum and prepartum. We really want to make sure our program reflects the people who need our help.
Thank you, America, for being here. And I wish you a happy holiday season. And I wish you a healthy holiday season.
Thank you so much.
You're watching 2+U Nevada.
You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I'm so excited to be inside the beautiful Pure Barre Studios on South Meadows inside the Smith's Shopping Center with co-owner, general manager, and teacher Diana DiNucci-Mar. Thank you so much for having us this afternoon.
Oh, thank you so much for being here.
Oh my gosh, you just stretched me or warmed me up a little, and this is legit. Like, I hurt, and it's been maybe 2 minutes on the floor.
But it's in a good way, right?
It's in a great way. I felt muscles that I haven't felt in a while.
Good.
Yeah, so let's talk about Pure Barre and this beautiful, gentle, albeit very good workout.
Yes, high intensity but low impact. So it increases our strength, our endurance, mobility, flexibility. I mean, core strength, you name it. It's a full body workout in as little as actually 30 minutes, but most of our classes are 50.
And fun too.
Fun, yes, musically driven.
And it gets that body and mind all together.
Yes, absolutely. A personal trainer friend of mine, Dr. Maria, says our bodies were meant to move. And it's so true, because if we don't move, if we don't use it, we lose it.
100%. And you know, I have friends who swear by Pure Barre. My girlfriend and her husband, his golf game, he said, improved because of the work that he did here.
Absolutely. Actually, professional football players, professional golfers, all over the country, professional athletes use Pure Barre because they exercise their stabilizing muscles and the muscles that you don't exercise just by running and doing regular recreational exercise,
right,
or working out just with weights.
Well, and you and I were talking about it because you have past injuries. I've had 3 knee surgeries, you know, and so as we tend to get a little older, working out is still essential, but we also have to be mindful of our joints and of the things that may creak.
Absolutely, yes. I, as a young person, worked out heavily and did a lot of exercise with impact. So as a result, I have no cartilage behind my knees now. And I got an injury playing pickleball. I got a Baker cyst. So the best part about Pure Barre is that we actually can take care of all fitness levels and all ages. So whether someone has shoulder issues, they can do push-ups at the bar. Whether they have hip issues or knee issues, like you were saying, or surgeries or a rod in their spine, we have clients that have all of that. And they get a full body workout and they feel amazing.
So for somebody who doesn't know what Pure Barre even looks like, it's like a ballet bar.
It's a ballet bar, but it's inspired by yoga, Pilates, and ballet.
And what is it about the bar component that helps a person stay fit as opposed to a heavy machine?
Very good question. So these tiny movements that we do, and we'll actually do it in a moment, a little bit more. But the small little movements at the bar allows you to have your balance. You can actually not use the bar if you want to use more of your core strength and exercise more of your core strength. But the small, tiny little movements, incredible results. And that's what you're doing at the bar, because you have the bar there and you can stand up on your tippy toes, right? I mean, look at ballerinas, what they do, they're jumping in the air and doing all these
Right.
amazing things with their body. Because when you work out at the bar, you can focus on every single muscle in your body. And it's small little movements, these small little movements, like I was saying, major muscles as well as your stabilizing muscles.
So you have multiple locations in Reno.
Yes.
And because of that, people can choose to have some flexibility in their membership, right?
Absolutely. So the Unlimited allows access to all 3 studios. The one that we're at now, which is South Meadows, and North Reno on May Ann and McCarran, and the one in Sparks on Vista Boulevard in the Safeway Shopping Center underneath the clock tower.
And with that kind of membership, that's so cool, because then if you are closer to one location from work, you could go to that location. If you live closer to another location, you can kind of pick and choose your classes.
Exactly.
Throughout the week.
Right.
And you said that the classes can be 30 minutes, but you also have 50-minute classes.
Most of them.
Most of them are 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of levels are the classes? Like, can you start at a beginner level class, or is it all levels in one room?
Our Engage class, which we have a 30-minute Engage class, it's an intro class. We also now have the 50-minute Engage that's coming this month. But that's for a beginner, and they can actually work out with their friends. Someone who doesn't matter, a professional athlete, triathlete, they can work out together. But our most difficult class, I would say most challenging class, would be our Define class, because it's heavier weights. But even a beginner can really, someone who's been working out a little here and there, beginner fitness enthusiast could take that class.
And then you provide gift certificates, right? So if somebody has Fitness on the Mind as a gift, you can get them a gift certificate. But also now and throughout the month of January, you have a sale. And so if you're considering that gift, now is the time to jump on it.
Absolutely, because it's $99 unlimited, which is normally $159. And it's ending on January 31st.
And so that $99 a month, that sale ends January 31st. So no matter what you're thinking, if you're thinking resolutions, if you're thinking loved ones, if you're thinking
Gift giving, yeah.
gift givings, yeah. So wonderful. Thank you so much for having us this afternoon. Where do people go online, and how do people get a membership?
So purebar.com. You can look up South Reno or just Reno, North Reno, Sparks. The phone number, address is on there. Our emails are on there. You can give us a call. You can send us a text. You can send us an email, and we'll get back to you. But the special is only in-house. So if you call us, we can actually call you back, and we can sign you up over the phone with a digital signature. Or you can come in, or you can email us. We can go through email or text. And and you can try out your first class for free. And actually, if you see this show, you can get a week for free. So that's 3 classes for free.
You just say that you saw her on 2 Plus U Nevada, Diana.
That's right.
Thank you so much for having us this afternoon.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're watching 2 Plus U Nevada.
Are you a business or nonprofit and want to be featured on 2 Plus U Nevada? Have a Mom to Mom Monday, a Tried It Tuesday, or even a cute pic you just want to show us? The whole point of 2 Plus U Nevada is the plus you. You can send us your content by visiting our website. Head to 2news.com and click on 2 Plus U Nevada. Or you can email us at 2plusunevada@ktvn.com. As we get closer to the holidays, we want to let you know that 2 Plus U Nevada will be taking a holiday break next week, the week of December 29th through January 2nd. We will be back on the air in the new year beginning January 5th. That's it for this edition of 2 Plus U Nevada. Thank you for inviting us into your home this afternoon. We look forward to joining you every weekday at 3 for 2 Plus U Nevada. 2 News Nevada at 4 starts now.